Welcome to this week's KU Gold Rush Report. Here is what's happening in Golden Bear Athletics. Kutztown University is very active today with field hockey hosting the Joshua W. Wessner Tournament. The Golden Bears play Bellarmine University and Mercy College today to start the season. The volleyball team continues to host the Kutztown Invitational, finishing a weekend slate of games by hosting Davis and Elkins this evening. As for women's soccer, the Golden Bears are playing their 2013 home opener against Westchester. The two fought to a tie late last season. Men's and women's tennis also host an event as they gear up for next week's PSAC Individual Championships by playing Millersville in a tournament-style format. And finally, the golf team tees off its 2013 fall campaign, heading to central Pennsylvania to take part in the Bucknell Invitational today and tomorrow. Along with women's and men's cross country, which began their seasons last night at the Galen Piper Invitational, this weekend marks the beginning of 9 team sports on the Kutztown campus. Remember to stay up to date on everything Golden Bear Athletics. Log on to kubears.com. Time now for our first guests on the first week of the KU Gold Rush Report for 2013. We welcome the head softball coach at Kutztown University in her 27th year, Judy Laws. And Judy, you're coming off a magical season, going to the national championship game where you unfortunately lost. But what was that whole ride like for you and your team?
Oh, it was really exciting. We had talked all season about trying to get back to the World Series because we were there the year before. We struggled a little bit during the season, but nobody gave up their goals. And then it really, weekend after weekend after weekend in postseason, just was really fun and something you want to do every year.
You started the year, as you mentioned, struggling a bit, 23 and 21 at one point before that long winning streak. What changed things?
I think having the experience the year before going to postseason, we knew it was kind of do or die coming down to the end when we went to PSACs. We weren't ranked in the top 8 in the region, so to go on to regionals, we had to win the PSAC. And I think we had 4 seniors that were just like, come on, guys, let's put it together. And all of a sudden, the pitching, the defense, and the hitting finally came together. You
changed things pitching-wise. One starter, and then you changed in the middle of the game. What was the genesis of that idea?
Yeah, well, Dom is a great pitcher, and Mary, and Dom throws more down balls and not quite as hard, so she would get him kind of off speed. And then when they'd start to catch up with her, we'd throw Mary in, who throws much harder and throws, more in and at him.
Your daughter, Rachel, is also on the team. She was a freshman last year. What was that dynamic like for you as a mom and as a coach?
It was actually very good. It was so nice to be able to watch her practice and play, which I never got to do in the past because I was busy coaching. And she understands, the ups and downs of coaching because she's lived through it, and it's a great experience. She's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. So we didn't know how it would go, but my husband sometimes has a little problem with it, but other than that, it's great.
You've racked up 811 wins in your time here at Kutztown. When you look back and you think about all those victories, and then you get to the national championship game, how does it make you feel after these many years?
I don't know. It's something, you reflect on after the fact. But what we're real happy about is that we've been putting out winning seasons each year, so we think that gives a positive experience to our student athletes.
Doing what you did last year, does that make it easier or tougher to try to keep the program going in the right direction?
I don't know. We'll see, but I think we're going to work a little bit harder because we want to stay where we're at.
You've started fall camp. Obviously, every year you got to put new faces into the program. How's it going so far?
Aye. We've had 2 days of practice, and we have a lot of work. But we do have good student athletes, and we think we'll be able to get them all into the program and buy into what we do and get some more wins next year.
Before I let you go, when you look back to last year, obviously getting to the title game is a huge thing, but is there something or some play or game that really sticks out as being the key thing of last season?
I just think actually getting to the PSAC championship game and winning it. 27 years we've been in the championships a lot of times and never really came away with it. We were not, and mostly also that we were the underdog all the way through.
Judy, great seeing you as always. Thanks for taking the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Softball coach Judy Laws, our guest. We'll come back with more in a moment on the KU Gold Rush Report.